Welcome back, friend. In this episode, we're going to be talking about marketing trends, and more specifically, 10 marketing trends that you should definitely test or leverage going into 2023. It's going to be a fun episode. It's about 20 minutes long because there's so much valuable content. So make sure you have some time ahead of you, a quiet place to listen, and of course, a pen and paper to take some notes. Are you a childcare business owner? Maybe you own a small home daycare in your home. Maybe you own a bigger center. Maybe you're a site administrator and you're struggling with marketing. You've tried everything. You've tried posting in large Facebook communities. You've tried printing out flyers and passing them around in your community. And maybe you've even tried posting on Facebook and still you hear crickets. Problem is, you're probably marketing your business the old school way. The way that you were taught. Hoping and promoting, hoping that you'll print out some flyers and then parents are going to line up at your door. Well, let me tell you, friend, that's not how marketing works today. In today's world, you have to make sure you have a strong presence online. You have to make sure that you're leveraging your platforms properly, that you're investing in some paid traffic, and that you are showing up consistently, being top of mind. In this podcast, I'm going to share with you online marketing strategies that are working right now in order to get you more reach, more visibility, and of course, more enrollments. So grab a piece of paper and a pen, a quiet place to listen to the episodes, and let me simplify marketing for you. Welcome back to another episode of the Childcare Business Marketing Made Easy podcast. I am your host, Christina, and I am so happy to have you here. This is one of my favorite episodes to record. Anytime I'm getting content together, especially around the holidays and closer to the year end, I like to record one of these episodes because I want to make sure that I am giving you valuable information and marketing tips and strategies that are going to help you get set up for the year ahead. So today it's going to be a much more tactical training. It's a good idea to get a piece of paper and a pen to take some notes, because I am going to be giving you lots of great information that will definitely help you get things started off well in 2023. Can you guys actually believe it that we're almost there? Anyways, so let's talk about marketing trends for 2023. I'm going to share 10 trends. I am going to break them up a little bit, obviously, and kind of dig deeper. So this episode may be a little bit longer than they usually are. So trend number one going into 2023 is bite-sized video content and live streaming. So any type of platform that you're using, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whether it's on your YouTube channel, we need to get comfortable with videos, okay? And bite-sized videos, so just think of videos that you see on TikTok, those are much more, they're going to be much more popular and much more effective going into the new year. Why? Because number one, we know that video-based content is it's more engaging, it converts better, right? It increases engagement and brand awareness. And bite size is really important because, let's face it, lots and lots of people out there do not have they don't have the attention span they used to. So people like to consume bite-sized information, bite-sized content. So that's something you should definitely consider. So every time you're, let's say, posting a video or recording a video or going live on your business pages, for example, keeping it short, keeping it to the point, keeping it engaging, and obviously keeping it consistent, okay? Live streaming, that's basically when you go live on one of your platforms, is also something you should definitely consider. It's an excellent way to engage directly with your followers or potential clients. It's a great for them to ask you questions, to get to know you a little bit better, right? And again, super simple and free to set up, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram. Trend number two is word of mouth marketing. So what does that mean? That means you have to get real intentional about collecting and sharing reviews and testimonials going into 2023, right? So if up until now, if you have not really intentional about asking for reviews, well, this has to stop and it has to change going into 2023, because this is something that is definitely going to help you obviously collect social proof, but it's also going to help you establish your name in your community. Consumers are 2.4 times more likely to trust an existing client's review or testimonial. So that's really, really powerful. And it's a great free way, an organic way to get more eyeballs on your business. And what better way to get the word out on your program than through the mouth of moms and dads that are happy with your services, right? So collecting reviews, whether it's on your Facebook business page, on Google My Business, on encouraging people to go on Yelp and on your Google profiles and leaving your reviews. Maybe you can make it super simple for them and pass out forms every couple of months in your existing business, or reaching out to clients that have already graduated from your program. And even setting up a form on your website is also something you could definitely do that is going to encourage people to drop you a review or a testimonial to really help you with your word of mouth marketing heading into 2023. Trend number 3 is conversational marketing. So this is basically chat boxes that have exploded over the last few years. And there's no stopping them going into 2023. So think about this. You're on a website and you're scrolling through the website, and then there's a little word bubble, like a speech bubble, that pops up. Usually it's on the lower right hand side of your screen. And then, you get a message like, how can I help you? Or welcome to our website, or, how can we direct your question? Or do you have a question for us, right? So this is what conversational marketing is. It's basically integrating AI automation. So whether it's on your Facebook or whether it's on your website, and getting people to engage with you that way, like directly on the spot, in live time. Okay, so this is obviously a little bit more technical to set up on your website and on your Facebook business page, but it's something that more and more clients want, because let's face it, more of your potential clients are on their iPhones, and when they land on your business page or when they land on your website, they want answers now. Like, people don't have time to scroll through your website. And it's really important that you have some type of a conversational marketing piece set up so that you can get to their, you can reply to their question quickly, like in live time. Trend number 4 is in creating more engaging ways to grab your potential clients' attention. Okay, so there's a lot of noise on social media, and as a business owner, one of your jobs when you're taking care of your own marketing is figuring out different ways and testing different things you can do that's going to kind of break the noise and keep you top of mind and get someone to stop the scroll and consume your video or read through your post or click and book a tour with you, right? So trend number 4 is really just trying to grab your ideal client's attention by leveraging different things. Okay, so some of the ideas that you can definitely try is coming up with a contest. Maybe you can put a contest together and get more local moms and dads to join you that way. You can create a quiz. There's a lot of free platforms that you can definitely leverage to create a quiz. Now, this is going to take a little bit more tech work, obviously, and it's going to be a little bit more time consuming, but 81% of marketers agree this low-cost, high-impact content strategy is much more effective at grabbing your potential clients' eyeballs than just a static image, right? So it's a fun way for you to kind of test new things out, to really stand out in your community, and to get more and more local moms and dads to notice you, to give you their name and their email, and to engage with you, and to even maybe share the post, right? So let's say you're setting up a quiz, for example, and we actually did this for one of our clients inside the agency. So we set up a quiz for her, and I think the topic was find out what kind of a parent you are. Are you authoritative? Are you authoritarian? And we set this up. I think we used a platform called Interact, and we set this up on her social media. And it was great because all of a sudden we started to see moms and dads engaging underneath this post. Who doesn't want to take like a 5-second quiz to find out what kind of mom and dad they are, right? And this way, when someone would take the quiz, my client would get their name and their email, so they would be on her email list, and then the client would get an email. For example, they would get the results to their quiz, right? So it was a fun way to engage. It definitely stopped the scroll. It encouraged more moms and dads to tag local mom and dad friends in the area to take the quiz. It increased her brand awareness. So it was a fun way that she actually, got more and more local moms and dads to engage with her. So that's something you can definitely try. Trend number 5 is messaging apps. Okay, so let's think of Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, right? Those are the two most popular ones. More and more people obviously are chatting inside these messaging apps, okay? So why not leverage, let's say, the WhatsApp and create a business account for your business, obviously. And then when you're posting about something, instead of leading them to go on your website, you can definitely try asking them to WhatsApp you or to connect with you directly in Facebook Messenger. Facebook actually loves when we keep their viewers on their platform, obviously, right? Versus, let's say, adding a link and getting them off the platform. So they do show these types of posts to more and more viewers because you're keeping viewers on their platform, which is what they want, right? So next time you post, try to encourage moms and dads to start a conversation with you through WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. The benefits of this is that potential moms and dads get their questions answered faster. So let's say they have a question about your location, or if you have a spot, right, you can actually answer them in live time. The other benefit is that it starts building rapport quicker, right, because you're right there answering their question. And it's easier to book a tour because you've had a conversation before you actually met. So that's something else that you could think of. The downside, though, is that you may feel as though you need to answer questions all the time on your phone. You may not want to be, on your iPhone throughout the day. You may be, the only one working with the kids, or you just simply don't want to be a slave to your iPhone, which I totally understand, right? So there's a lot of things to think about. But if you have, let's say, a virtual assistant or somebody else managing your accounts for you, this is a great way for them to start the conversation, invite the mom and dad to book a tour with you, and then, hopefully enroll in your program. Trend and number 6 is influencer marketing. That continues to gain so much popularity. A little bit more difficult to kind of leverage if you're a brick and mortar, especially a childcare center, right? We all know these types of accounts. I'm pretty sure you follow a bunch of them on Instagram. I follow one, and she's a mom. She lives somewhere in the US, and she basically runs this business off of her Instagram, where she's an influencer. She has a lot of followers, and what she does is she takes expensive brands, so for clothing, and then she goes on Amazon and she kind of searches for a similar product, but for a cost of the fee, and then she tries it on, and then she has all her links there where she can actually earn income as an affiliate marketer for Amazon, right, and the products that she's endorsing, right? So we all know these types of accounts. Are pretty sure that you follow some on Facebook or on Instagram. How would you implement this for a childcare business? It's a little bit different unless you have like some type of an influencer in your community that you know of, that you can definitely reach out to and ask them to give you a shout out, right? But it's really something to consider, especially using, let's say, TikTok. This is really big on TikTok. I've seen a lot of huge accounts get these influencers to market their courses, their programs directly on TikTok, right? And again, it increases traffic, it increases visibility, but you have to make sure that the influencer that you're reaching out to is someone local, and obviously you're targeting a local audience, right, with your hashtags and all that. So trend number 7 is repurposing marketing content. So this is a no-brainer. This was on my list for 2022 because this is a great way for you to create content once and to repurpose it many times. Why would you want to repurpose your content? It's really simple, because you can actually leverage the same piece of content that you worked so hard to create on many different platforms, thus increasing reach, visibility, engagement, really basically getting more traffic on your platforms, right? Which is the whole focus of marketing, right? So, for example, let's say you went live and you interviewed a mom and dad in your daycare, and you asked them how about their experience in your program. They shared some wins. It was an amazing interview. It lasted, let's say, 5 minutes, and you went live on your Facebook business page and you shared this. then you can actually download this and repurpose it either on YouTube or on Pinterest. You can add it in an email and send it off in your newsletter. You can create a graphic, or you can resize it and reuse it on Instagram, right? So there's a lot of things you can do with this. A piece of content that you just created one time and then repurposed it on all your social media platforms. Again, the goal is to get more traffic onto your business, onto your website. Trend number 8 is focusing on visual content, okay? What that means is that making sure when you're putting a piece of content together, whatever it is, if it's a video or an image, a static image, you have to make sure that it is pleasing to the eye, okay? So let me give you some stats. 65% of us are visual learners, okay? So we really have to be able to visualize that thing that we want to learn about, okay? 80% of us desire to read content that is colored, right? No more black and white. People love colors, and especially colors that pop. People are 85% more likely to buy your product after watching a video about it, okay? So leveraging video, talking about your program, sharing reviews and testimonials, again, always in a video format. 93% of all communication is visual. This is why visual attracts our attention and affects our attitude, right? So it's really important for us to keep these things in mind. Posts with images produce 180% more engagement. And our brain processes visuals 60,000 times faster than text. So leveraging video. So for example, if you are in the childcare industry, right, you want to be focused on pictures that you know a mom and dad would stop the scroll and would want to read. When you're on Canva, for example, try to leverage their templates, obviously tweaking it and making it your own in terms of your logo and your brand colors, but always focusing on things to look visually pleasing, and of course leveraging video as much as possible. That's really, really important as well. Trend number 9, we're going to see more and more businesses focus on customer experience. Obviously, this is a no-brainer when we are talking about childcare and daycare centers. You always want to be thinking of different ways you can increase customer satisfaction, your onboarding process, your tours, right? You want to make sure that you're one of these childcare businesses that really values their clients, values their experience, and really just wants their customer to have the best experience possible, because let's face it, if they are happy, not only are they going to stick around until their child graduates, but they're also going to tell everybody that wants to hear how amazing your program is, right? So we want to make sure that we have loyal clients, and that we are increasing the reputation and awareness of your business by guaranteeing your program and the relationships you're building inside your program are amazing, that they're quality. And trend number 10 is something that is gaining much more popularity, and that is consumers nowadays are very aware of the environment and what type of effect businesses have on the environment, right? So it's really important that as a business owner, you try to fit that in your marketing somehow. Maybe it's talking about your program and how you encourage sustainability, for example, with your arts and crafts material. Let's say you only use you only use recycled products for arts and crafts, right? Or you have, let's say, a science day, and every item in your science activity kit, for example, is sustainable, it's reusable, and if it isn't, it's definitely recyclable when you're done with it. So think of things like that you can definitely kind of implement and leverage if that's something that's important to you as a business owner, because it's definitely something that we're going to see more and more of going into 2023. So there you have it, my friends, marketing trends to implement as we head into 2023. Let me know with a quick email what you thought about this episode, what type of marketing trends you're thinking of implementing going into 2023. If you want help with your marketing strategy, you know that I give free marketing strategy calls. All you have to do is hop on over to my website or the links in the show notes of this episode and book a time and a date we can meet. Have an amazing rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if it did bless you or add some value, I would appreciate it if you go to wherever you're listening to this podcast from and leave me a review. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. 1 Peter 4:10. That is my intent with this podcast. I hope it blesses you and your business. See you in a few days. Welcome back, friend. In this episode, we're going to be talking